makes us different from others?
Yesterday we were having a question on the 5 elements explanation. So we are physically different because maybe Sanchari will explain the biology of making of a human being. So each cell in us is different. As we take birth, we are living in a liquid. That liquid is different. That fluid in which we are growing is different. The feeding for us comes from the mother. The mother constitution is different. The environment is different. Where we are growing. So physically we are different. And as we take birth, we are not only influenced by the mother and the fluid inside, there are so many other electromagnetic energy which influences us. Panchabhudam, yesterday we were explaining 5 bhudas, 5 elements in the world. 5 elements in the minute level is what is called electromagnetic energy. Electric energy and magnetic energy. When electric energy pulls in one direction, magnetic energy pulls in another direction, any energy body will have a intersectional response. A response which is not in magnetic field and electric field, it will be a resultant vector. Mathematics we learn, depends on the weight of electric, weight of magnetic, the resultant vector can turn in any direction. So 3 dimension. So each of our cell is pulled in different directions at every moment. Depends on the environment. So as we take birth, there are different elements in the constitution of constellation of the placement of all the planets also influences. That is what we call it as astrology. Or in Western science it is called biorhythm. Equivalent to what astrology we have, there is a science called biorhythm. That's also talking about all the external forces which influences us. So that electromagnetic energy changes our constitution. Right? So there is something which comes hereditary, something which comes from the environment. All that together influences not only body. There is a great saying which is part of our Vedic knowledge which says Sharira Manaso Yoga. The body and the mind is very much related. So the body constitution has got an influence on the mind. Mind is thoughts. I have no English. Equivalent to what is Manas. Manas is our feelings. Feelings doesn't have an English organ in our body. Biology doesn't describe mind or Manas in the body. That's why we put the heart there. Heart is not feeling. When you have feeling somewhere else, heart reacts. Actually, the pushing of the blood changes. That's why we call feeling related to pumping of the blood. But for some people, feeling can be there, the pump cannot change. My BP doesn't change even if I get angry. Right? Because anger is only an external event. Internally, I am not changed. Immediately, I can look somewhere else and look at the same person and smile also. Right? Today, Monali, I scolded in the beginning. All excuses, I was telling, no, I am not accepting and all that. I am sure she would have felt. It's a first test to accept somebody as a student. If you are not tolerating, you could have just left that place. Yeah, that means you don't accept somebody finding fault with you. They cannot tolerate with me because I keep doing it. And not for my enjoyment, it is to correct people. Got it? So if I don't tell very harsh, I am sure you will listen without a pen and paper sometime. So I'll have to be very harsh. Monali drew beautiful pictures and said that is why I kept that as the YouTube cover page there. Today's presentation, as I sent, Monali's picture is around Monali.
Thank you, Doctor.
It takes some time to make the color difference, edit it, put it, cut it, and make it, So all that is a great effort. And all that scolding I have to edit. So I have to listen to that. So whenever I scold, I am wasting my time actually. And nobody likes to hear it. So I have to edit it and cut it. It's another time. It may be 1 second, 2 seconds also. I have to search for that, cut it. It's an effort from my side. So intentionally I can stop it, but that doesn't make an impact in you. So emotional changes happens to people. So some people can tolerate it, some people cannot tolerate it. So it's a basic difference. Why are you like this? Because you never heard many people telling like this. In America, if you assume you are a student from America, and then if I tell like this, immediately they will complain. They can't accept somebody scolding. So what do? Any small mistakes when you do also, they will say, yeah, very good, well done, well done. Even if you do mistake, the teachers will tell like that. Because if you tell you have done something wrong, finished, the student will file a case against the teacher. Harassing. Emotionally harassed me. That's it. Finished. That's enough for the other person to be in jail. Enquiry and all will come later. So, our culture gives a difference. So, I told you the difference between an American student and an Indian student, right? So, they know how to appreciate also. The advantage is, you can listen to one of my video, which is numbered 201014. That's how I remember the dates. The date on which I spoke. The girl don't want to reveal her identity, so she is not there. But we discussed a lot of different, and it went on for 2 hours. Different topics from my poetry. When I said I wrote a poetry, immediately she wanted to see that book. Opened it, started reading, started asking questions from that. I really enjoyed. It was nearly late night, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock. The discussion went on. But I picked up few topics and then put. You can see the way they react. Yeah, wonderful. Very good. Yeah, it's nice. That's how they react. But here, yeah, you tell, finish. I don't care what you're saying. Because teachers don't even give a gap for you to react. That's how we are all trained. There, after every word, they will look at you. How are you going to react? Because they also react like that, right? They don't take it for granted. Suppose you give a cup of water, they will say thank you. And they will wait for you to say that. Then only the next cup of water will come. So each and every cup of water you should say again, thank you. Here we don't say, because it's your part. You are supposed to give me water when I come to your house, right? Taken for granted. So there is a cultural difference, social difference, emotional difference, intellectual difference, spiritual difference is also there. We are all taken birth by spiritual being, because we have lot of rituals which are learned from childhood, which all have an inner meaning. Though we don't understand, it is easy for us to get into that. Later we can think and understand. So every one of us are different. Yeah. In same house they are different, because even the parents are different. The day the child is produced, what food the mother and father took also has got an influence on the mood. The child's behavior depends on the mother's mood. In biorhythm, it is exactly, we can plot it. Which day you are emotionally high, which day you are down, which day intellectually you are high. Same horoscope also can tell you. So Prashant ji is here.
Doctor, I have a question.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, sir.
Continue.
How should a teacher react when he or she found a child is cheating in the examination hall, either keeping a chit or keeping mobile phone or keeping a notebook?
Say, in India, punishment system is very liberal. America, I have students who committed suicide because when they were caught in exam. Because once, assume that you are a student in the highest university where you are paying 3 crore rupees fee and you are caught for cheating. It is not that university will ban you. The whole America bans you. And if you want to know how the cheating happens, if you assume that online class is happening and somebody else is helping you, the student who is helping also they will find out. And that person also will get punishment. So here what will happen? Maximum, that exam they cannot write, but next supplement they can again write, right? So it all depends. How are you dealing it? Actually, when I was teaching mathematics in one of the universities here, that was my last tenure of mathematics professor during the COVID. After every day, 50 minutes of class or maybe 45 minutes of class and then 15 minutes I spend for exams. So I will give 10 questions. That's a Google form which I will send. 5 questions I will copy from Google as such. Exactly I copy and then give it. But the rest of the 5, that will be in between, intervene in between. And the other 5, I will make it much simpler, very simple questions than these 5, but you will not see them anywhere. And what do I do is, when I evaluate, these 5 questions I will not evaluate, only these 5 will evaluate. But what people will do, they will answer all the 5 which is on Google, and they think they got 50% marks, right? And sometimes I will say answer only 5. That means they think that they got 100 out of 100 because they copied all these 5. So in fact I will give them 0 marks. So 2 times I do that, the 3rd time that fellow understands this doesn't work with my professor. So they don't even waste searching on the internet. Because they know searching will take some time anyway. Instead of that, they can read the question and answer. See why people are copying? Because you teachers give same question where they can prepare and then come in the exam hall. So it is not students' mistake. They are copying because teachers are illogical, useless. They don't know how to prepare questions which cannot be copied. Even if you give the textbook, my questions cannot be answered. I ask them, you search anywhere in the Google, you cannot find these answers. Finished. They will not even spend the time. After 2 exams, 3rd exam, I will say, you try your level best, asking the best professor in mathematics, you cannot solve this. But if one question you answer, I will give you 100 out of 100. So I scare them. Do you think they copy? They cannot copy because they know it's waste of time. Understood? So they should understand. See, what I have seen in most of the places, even when I came to your school, what I have seen is students are very much interested in getting marks even for a class test. Actually, it is stupid. There should not be a scheduled exam. Every day without schedule, soon after the class, finish examination. That means you should ask questions, you should have quiz, you should have different methods of evaluation at a different style at different point of time. I don't know whether you have read 30 points to students, 20 points to parents and teachers, which I already told in the class. If you look at it, teachers need not make questions at all. I can ask Monali to prepare a beautiful question which no other students can answer. And take those questions and give to some other person. Ask that other person to prepare a question and give it here. Teachers can take rest, students will be working more, and by which they are preparing a lot. That is what I explained in 30 points to students, 20 points to parents and teachers. So they will not copy because it is not every one exam in a year. It is not 2 exams per week. Every day, soon after the class, you are supposed to evaluate the children. Actually, you are not evaluating the students. You are evaluating the teacher, whether you are able to communicate. Today, I asked Monali to take a picture of her notebook and send it to me. That's how I got those. If she is not able to draw, it is not her mistake. My communication was bad. So actually, I am not testing the students. I am testing my ability to communicate well. I was not drawing and asking it to copy. I am not giving notes. I am asking them to take notes as I speak. So if somebody is able to take a note, that means they understood it. Otherwise, they cannot write it and they cannot draw it. So you can imagine, I was taking, you can look at KL University, Hyderabad, my lectures on logical reasoning, analytical skill, mathematical ability, where I did not use a PowerPoint. I did not had a textbook and paper. I start the class, blah, blah, blah. Give questions also, blah, blah, blah. That's why they cannot find anywhere. Because I am just telling the questions like this. They are supposed to write it and then take a picture and then send it to me. That will become their internal assessment marks. I was teaching a BBA program here. Whatever class I took became a textbook later for them, because it was an autonomous college. What I used to do is I ask the students, whatever I taught today, prepare a note and send it to me. So their note becomes my textbook for the next year. So I am not writing book, somebody else is writing book. So you can always do that. So you don't know how to conduct examination. Therefore, there is a loophole. There is a beautiful movie, Padinettam Padi, Malayalam movie. Don't see the first part. See some portion where there is a great hero in Malayalam who is called Mammootty. He is making his students who are all very, very bad. Very bad. But 10 days camp, they will become the best students. So what he says, you all should know how to copy in exams. You will get good marks. So what you do? Prepare a lot of questions and write the answers. They all wrote it. It became big notebooks of pages. He said, no, you cannot take these notebooks to your exam hall. So what you should do? Make it small bits and pieces. They were all asked to write it again. Then again he said, no, this also will not work. You must be able to take it very small so that you can put it inside your watch, below your shoes. Again they are writing. So he keeps on asking them to repeatedly writing it 10 times. Then I asked, now do you learned everything? Understood? So that's a beautiful trick. You must ask your children to keep on writing many times. So yesterday there was a question, how did DrTPS prepare for during my class? I said I used to buy paper in kgs, 10 kgs per month. So I keep writing. You can see all my classes. When I sit here also, I have got notebooks which I keep writing. Somebody's seminar which I am attending, I keep writing. So without a pen and paper, I will not be there. Not one note, many notes will be there. So many notebooks I keep finishing, no? Without a pen and paper, you cannot see me. Even when I travel, I will have lot of small bits of papers in pocket. And today, mobile, I keep making lot of notes. So you should have. The habit of writing and preparing, I think the students can enjoy in the exam hall.
Okay, doctor.
Hello, sir. I'm very loud.
Yeah.
I am a physics third year student. I very difficult to understand the concept of physics in some chapters. Please give me some tips to learn concept in physics or any other subject.
Farhana, where are you from?
Malappuram, Kerala.
What Farhana should do is, on another day we will have a GMeet. take your chapter, take your book, we will start discussing that, and that will become a class for you, and you will start loving physics. Any chapter you can open from any textbook of your viewers, and then we will start discussing chapter wise.
Okay.
We just did trigonometry for Monali just now. Any subject you can do this with me. Anyone?
I like any subject because now I am studying science, though just I am studying
Which college you are studying, Farhana?
Malappuram Government College, Mundaram.
Okay. Okay. I was your director in your university.
I don't know.
Calicut University, I was academic staff college director 17 years back. So
I
most
don't know.
most of your teachers would be my students.
I don't know.
I taught many of your teachers in the class in my classroom. How?
I take this physics because I choose not anyone forced it to me, never forced it. This is my decision.
Don't-
I take this.
Don't worry, Farhana, you will understand every physics. My PhD is in fluid mechanics. And I worked in optics for 20 years.
I like optics very much.
Yeah.
I understand every concept is very. I'm weak in very concept. Sharia concept I know this because I'm studying.
Actually, you can visualize physics very beautifully than mathematics. Probably mathematics is little tougher, but physics can be visualized.
Yes, I like maths much that when I was 15, I got degree in maths, but I don't like teaching. I like.
I had a teacher whom I was mentioning the other day also to Sanchari. He was basically biology, but he used to teach physics and chemistry and English and all that. He used to take a convex lens and then put the hand there and take you to the sunlight and see that light focuses and then burns your finger. And then he will show you this distance is focal length because you are able to focus. So it's
Amazing.
practically shown, right?
Amazing.
And what Farhana should do is, before we pick up some topic and discuss, go to YouTube and then look at some of the videos of Walter and look at his book. You cannot download it, but some bits and pieces you can see. The Love for Physics is the book name.
I like it. I like nature. I like really
Yeah.
That is reason behind to take physics in degree. I like nature, sound. I like travel very much. I love it.
You look at that video, The Love for Physics, you will enjoy physics much better. So
Thank you, sir.
we are just discussing about the focus in the convex lens. Yesterday Prashant ji wanted that only, right? Your topic of discussion which you wanted was focus, right, Prashant ji?
Yeah, by the way, it was actually direct word focusing. But my question was how to stop so much of the thinking and thoughts running inside my brain or anybody's brain. Yes.
Yeah, you have maybe not a convex lens, you have got a concave lens in your brain. So focus is not happening. Focus is not happening. It diverges.
Yeah.
Yeah. I keep saying one of the biggest problem for most of the people in this world is what you wanted me to discuss today. You go to any students or teachers or anybody who is attending any program, they will say, "Oh, I am not able to concentrate." The word concentrate is what is focus. The concentrated light becomes the focus. The concentrated liquid becomes the focus. Actually, the density increases. Your attention is more dense. So, density, focus, concentration, all these are synonyms actually for understanding.
Sure, sir.
Why are you not able to focus is because your brain is working. Yeah, if it is not working, will you have different thoughts? So as long as it is working, it's beautiful. Number two, you have varied interest. You are not a person who is a expert, but you are a versatile genius. Your interest keeps on shifting from one place to another place. Assume that you are going to some place and driving. Instead of thinking about where are you going, you keep enjoying all what you are seeing around. Is a very good phenomena, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, but that is a beautiful thing. That means you are not focusing. You are actually thinking everything else what is coming on the way. But
Yeah, sure.
the
Sure,
problem
it
is
happens.
you have to reach where you want to reach is also important sometimes. If you don't focus, sometimes you will see that and then miss. Do you have that ability to capture it, process it in your brain so that you don't miss it? The focus is still here. See, when I am talking to you, my focus is in the discussion, but still I am listening the sound which is coming from out. Luckily, the younger children are multimedia children. They have all indriyas which can parallelly function. They are all trained like that. They are all manufactured like that. Because they live in a world of lot of disturbances. Whereas the elderly people who are all the busy births, before computer birth. I keep saying the younger children are all AD, after digital birth. I am a busy person. So what happens to us? We will not be able to focus on multiple things parallelly. When I am reading, if radio is on or TV is on, I will say don't disturb, switch off the TV. But children can only read when the TV is on, mobile is up with the music, and some scolding comes from the mother, something keeps on eating. All that is possible for them because their all indriyas work parallelly. So this is a practice.
Monali agrees to that.
Yeah, definitely all children. I have got children. My son keeps reading novel. Parallelly, he will keep reading his textbook also. I can do mathematics, and you can see people do drawing and parallelly sing also, no?
Yes, doctor.
Yeah, the two things are happening. Your singing means your brain is there. Your feelings are there. And they also draw. Have you seen your mother making chapati and then scolding you? Does it mean that when they scold, the chapati shape will become different? Exactly round will come, right? Have you seen somebody driving
Yeah.
and then doing tabla on the steering? They can listen to music, they can speak on phone, they can scold somebody. But assume that you are learning driving, what do you will say? Keep quiet, I am reversing the vehicle, don't disturb me. Because your focus is fully on that, you are not able to do the multitasking. So actually not concentrating is a ability of brain which many people can do. I have got students. I'll tell you, I see a lot of movies, and if it is on YouTube or somewhere, I fast forward. I do 2x and then finish 2 hours movie in 1 hour. With capturing everything, in between what happens also I will be able to do it. Right? Parallelly I will be editing the video which I am supposed to edit. Think about what I have to speak somewhere. All that can happen. You need little bit of practice on this. Working with such people. Make it as a habit. Make it as a habit. And if you are not able to do it, focus in one. Instead of thinking about brooming about something which is not part of anything contributory. So assume some same thought is coming over and over and disturbing your concentration of productive activity. So far we were talking about productive activity. Suppose non-productive thoughts comes. What is best is to write down it and then keep it in front of you and say that I have already written down. Now I am not going to think about it. Writing makes lot of thoughts to stop. Number one.
Okay. Okay.
When you write it, oh, I already wrote and thought about all options. Suppose I have to think about 2 options or 3 options. That's what keep disturbing most of the people. So even while studying, they will think what I should do in my life after this, and their focus in studies get distracted. So what do you do is, so 2002 I am here. In August, 2003 August, where I will be. This is what my plan is. Write it down. Assume in between you are doing something serious, the thought comes, close it, go back to that, fill it up, edit it, cut it, and don't wait for this to finish. In fact, you are wasting a lot of time by just sitting over that and not focusing.
True. True.
And all the people who are reading very seriously and studying, I keep saying your focus can be understood by, while reading one paragraph, you write one sentence. Because writing paragraphs in textbook is to say that the first paragraph, the next paragraph, there is a small difference in the idea which they want to communicate to you. No textbook will write without a paragraph separation. You can see one page, there will be minimum 3 paragraphs in the normal printing size. That means there are 3 ideas which are expressed there, which you are supposed to capture from there. So why am I reading one paragraph? To get one point, I must be able to write one sentence. So make sure you don't read the second paragraph without writing one sentence from the first paragraph. If you are not able to write it, read again. Make this a practice. I don't read casually without capturing the content. I am not going to read and waste my time without capturing the content. Let that be a novel. If there is a novel, one page, you have some picture in front of you like a drama. Visualize. Even when you can see in my YouTube, there is somebody wanted to prepare for civil service. Immediately I will give an assignment. Today I was supposed to have it, but she couldn't come. I will ask them to read only one news which is an international news. Then, okay, assume that American president meeting Indian Prime Minister. Immediately I will say, make 2 characters in front of you. Don't read it just like that. Ask a question. Where did they meet? Oh, they met in so and so place. That means you are geographically locating, this is the place where they left. So every reading of a newspaper is also a drama in front of me. If you want to visualize it, you have to focus. So it's you are visualizing, you are focusing, you are converting that text into a scenery in front of you. So it's like a movie. Right?
Yeah.
Then your focus will not go from here to somewhere else. The focus is totally inside.
Yeah.
Got it? See, for example, I keep saying the basic difference between a TV serial and a cinema. In cinema, you will see one song which starts, immediately they will tell a 30-year-old life story in a song. And in serial, what happens? 30-minute story they will tell in 30 years also. They will drag it so much, right?
Yeah, the same.
So some people, the dragging is what is happening for such people. The concentration will be lost because they know. See, in classrooms, you are all trained like that. Teachers will not tell once, they will tell 4 times, 3 times. Same thing is repeated multiple times. This is a big impact on the attention power of children. Because they know, this teacher is going to tell me 3 times, let me listen the 3rd time. So first 2 times they will start thinking something else. Oh, this sari is very good. Today teacher's hairstyle is beautiful. I wish I am like this. By the time I grow and become 22, I should be like this. Finished. By the time the 3rd time is also over. So they miss all the points. They are dreaming. They are into something else. So is it bad or good? Again, I will find fault with the teachers because they are not capturing the attention. How do you capture attention? See, when I have to explain mathematics, immediately I found some gadget here to explain. It makes it very clear for somebody else. If I just use text, blah, 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 words, you cannot visualize it. That is why in our early childhood classes, we have pictures. That took colorful pictures in the childhood. As we grow, color is gone. I can also explain the population and the division of different aspects in population by words, but no textbook will do that. Immediately I draw a diagram, graph, Venn diagram and curves, so that picture explains and I can capture it faster. So learning, first part is, in this book I have explained this. In this book of mine, Adaptive Learning, I have explained different hierarchy of learning mechanisms. One is text, next one is diagram, table, graph, animation, simulation. These are all the different methods of attention gathering. So if it is not there, you can create yourself. You can create yourself. So while reading, when Krishna was explaining Arjuna, he was telling, I am not able to understand, follow what you are saying. Immediately Krishna says, Abhyasena tu kaunteya. Abhyasena tu kaunteya. Practice it many times, it will happen to you. Learning happens only by practice. Without writing, if I start mathematics, finished. I write it. And after some time, you need not write it. It comes to your brain because it's so casual for you. So, focus and non-focus, both ability should be there. You may not enjoy the world if you are only focusing on one thing. This is what happens to people when they go for travel. They will tell, no, I don't want to discuss anything. I am just going there. That means you are not even enjoying. You are only traveling. You are not in a journey. Right? For some people, attending a conference in a place, they don't enjoy the flight journey also. Because always thinking on that only. Focus, 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 focus. No, you should also enjoy the rest of the world, right?
Yes, sure, sir.
Yeah.
Understood.
Yeah. It's a balancing both. Balancing between both should happen. Otherwise, what happens to them? It's like preparing for an interview, preparing for an examination, and then the same question doesn't come, finished. Because they are too much focused into that. Today I heard a news, a Maharashtra student who got NEET examination, the rank holder, third year degree, MBBS, committed suicide.
Why?
They are very good in studies, but everything else they are not good. They are too much focused on writing exam, getting marks. That's how they have been pumped and piped inside. So they don't understand the beauty of life.
Job and money orientation.
Yeah.
Job and money oriented mind.
And
Yes.
too much of pressure. Too much of pressure.
Yeah, peer pressure, parent pressure.
See,
Why we learn?
no, just now I was telling, when the mother is making round chapati or dosha, or maybe assume somebody else sit beside and then seeing, oh, it's not round, don't put tawa here, put tawa here, keep on giving instructions. Do you think the mother will be happy? She will say, go to hell, I am not going to make chapati for you, right? Similarly, a student is studying, they must be left free to study by themselves. But today, I'll tell you what happens. I went to Monali's school, I asked how many of you go for tuitions. 90% of the students, 99% must be going for tuitions.
My.
So what is happening? They sit in the class, they learn a syllabus, and same stupid teacher must be teaching again in the tuition center. So what happens? You have to listen to the same thing 3 times in the classroom, another 3 times in the, so you don't focus at all. You are training somebody else not to concentrate because repeating happening many times.
Understood.
And I keep saying a good example. At home I am preparing nice breakfast and giving to my child. And immediately the child goes to a hotel and then eat, restaurant and eating. Do I feel happy? That means she is not enjoying what breakfast I am making. And is she happy? Because to satisfy the parents, they have to eat little. Therefore, they are not really hungry. But they go to the hotel and again eat without taste. So both the places they don't have taste. So this is what is happening in the tuition center. They study here, same thing they repeat. Instead of that, I keep saying going for tuitions is not wrong. But you should go with a bundle of questions to ask the teacher.
Exactly. Questions will be
Yeah, but there is no question. It is also again multiplied. And for some time I will tell you, for teachers, tuition is a stress buster. Because in the schools they cannot demand what they want to teach. By mistake, you are a very great mathematician and you have been given to teach English in the lower classes. Just because you don't have a qualification, you are made to teach something. The teacher feels that no, I am wasting my time because what is my interest is not being satisfied. So what do? They take tuition for 1 or 2 students so that, oh, I am enjoying. So some teachers do this. I know some teachers still take tuition even after my scolding, and I found that reason is they did not get a job what they wanted to do, so they do this. I know a lot of people who are doing this because they enjoy. If I get a physics student, I will forget everything. I will not feel hungry. I will not feel anything else. I will invest all my time into that because it's interesting. That's my enjoyment. So you should have passion. Then what happens? Your class will not be repeating in the same style, I am sure. So I keep saying, assume you are teaching some subject, don't take tuition in that. Identify some other subject which is of your interest and then start doing it. So that you will also improve your knowledge. You will start connecting your subject with other subjects. So students also will get such benefit. So focus will happen only when you create something new. Ideas comes to you. Create, it's like a drama. So I keep saying, when I read a newspaper, many people are coming in front of me. I create a plot. I create characters there. I create a story there. That is why newspaper is called a story. The newspaper reporter will not say I wrote a news. They will say I wrote a story. It has to be so impressive. The title has to be like that. When I see a picture, visualize it. When I read Bhagavad Gita, I become Krishna. When Arjuna is asking question, I become Arjuna. So I take the role and it's like a drama in front of me.
Yeah.
That should be the way.
Visualization is important.
Yeah, it should become like a drama in front of you. That's what is visualization. Then, the focus automatically will come. And in between drama also, yes. And you need lot of water. I'll tell you, any attentive activity which you are doing for 30 minutes of reading, half an hour reading is equivalent to 3 hours of walking. That much exhausting neuro-linguistic activity happens in your brain. So you become tired. Suppose after 30 minutes of mathematics or physics or chemistry, you are not tired and you are not drinking water. That means you are not focusing. So how do you improve your focus? Keep water in front of you. There is a rule which says 20 seconds rule. If I am able to pick up water like this, that means for that I have taken only 20 seconds time. If my water is little away, I will think that later I will have it after finishing this paragraph, after finishing this chapter. So rest of your study you are not focusing actually. Because you are thirsty, you want to have water, but you are not having. So always keep water beside you and keep drinking it. Then your attention will become better and better. So what you should do, half an hour you read. If you would have taken lot of water, definitely after 1 hour you will have to go and reduce your pressure in the washroom. Go there, come back, close your book or whatever you are doing, write one paragraph about it. I keep saying, even when you go for a movie, you are going for a movie, sometime I see movie, I make a note out of it and then make a review out of it. Keep thinking, why this title is given? Why the movie would have started like this? Why it cannot start in some other style? Why the ending is like this? Why it cannot be in some other style? Right? So keep being part of the story. Keep being part of making it. Then you will enjoy it much better.
Oh. That water theory I never knew.
Yeah, 20 seconds. That rule is called the 20 seconds rule.
Missing ideas.
20 seconds rule. It says 20 seconds. Anything to pick up 20 seconds. So don't miss it.
Perfect.
You cannot see me without water. Though I may not drink as such, but I will finish at least 3-4 liters, and if it's lecture, definitely I will have.
Yeah. I used to give my students of the classroom, whenever the exams are there, I give them the chocolates. I forgot the name of that chocolate that does not stick to the teeth.
Okay.
A yellow packet, small one.
Uh,
Because somewhere I had read that it gives boost to the serotonin and gives pleasure. So always before the exams I used to give them, as and when they are going to examination hall.
the preparing for exams and enjoying exam, 30 points to students, 20 points to parents and teachers. Read my blog.
I will try to. I didn't find the earlier one.
Yeah, it is very simple because, see, what happens is when I must read in such a fashion, oh, I can make a question paper out of it. If I can prepare a question which nobody else can make, and if I can gift it to my friend and say that you can answer if you can, I am sure you are focusing to prepare a question. So if you can prepare a question, that means you understood the. If you can answer it, that doesn't mean you understood. If you can prepare questions, that means you understood much better. So the best method is not answering, preparing questions. Second one, after preparing questions, if I exchange the question paper, I am asking somebody else to answer it and give back to me, and I am evaluating. It is not evaluation, I am correcting it. So if I get an answer sheet from my friend which is written in blue ink or black ink, I have got a red ink pen to do all the corrections. Change the spelling, change the sentence, add more points, and the whole paper I must gift it back to my friend, not in blue and black ink but in red ink with full of corrections. I must know little more than what they have written, right? If I do it with 2 times or 3 times, I finished learning that chapter. I can do it with any examination. Anybody can any question from that. I can answer it well without any preparation further. So every day make questions, evaluate friend's answer, and you will start arguing where you went wrong, why you went wrong. I wrote well, why you did not correct it, why you wrote the different style. So much of discussion should happen between the students, then your studies become the perfect. You can see in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna is telling story Arjuna did not accept. After one chapter, you can see the next chapter asking questions to Krishna is the beginning of the next chapter.
Yes.
Though Krishna has not given chapter wise, the person who has compiled it into a book form, Vyasa, have seen that after every chapter there is a conclusion and every next chapter starts with a question from the previous chapter. So that means in your class, what happened in the previous class, generally teachers will explain. Instead of explaining it, a good teacher should ask question, what did you learn yesterday? Tell me. And every student must be given an option to tell what did they learn yesterday. Because today's class is a continuation. What they will happen, they will prepare and then come and sit in the class. I want to tell first. I want to tell first. Because you have one point, if somebody else tells, you cannot repeat that. So the first few 5 children only can answer. 5 children can give the last class points. And don't make everybody to do it. You randomly pick up somebody. Finished. And if nobody is able to tell, that means you are a bad teacher. If everybody is ready to answer, that means you are a good teacher. I remember I was running a program in Palakkad which is called ICON program. Focus and Learn is the program name. ICON. I had 90 children. I had sent them to the little far, 4 hours journey university to see a science program. So after they came back, I asked them, who want to explain what you have seen? I'll share that top. You can see the way that students answered. Everybody raised hand and then said, I want to tell what I have seen. Only one student did not raise hand. I asked what happened. I didn't go. So everybody who has seen wanted to explain what happened to them. That's how I train my students.
Sir, tell that to make questions think understand very well the concept. Please give me some advice how to make questions. I like JE type questions because
we will pick up Farhana. We will pick up your syllabus and chapter and then tell you chapter wise how to do that.
Okay.
Every chapter, maybe 1 or 2 chapters. If I do, then you don't require me. You will start learning by yourself.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Good enough? Anything more? Ramachandran is there. Usha.
No, thanks, sir.
Seema Nair, Jayanti. And when I read what I read is, I wanted to tell this to somebody else. Assume that I want to tell what happened in the class to somebody else. When I was a student in the childhood, I was not very good student at all. I am a failure. But I decided when I am doing my graduation, soon after the teacher leaves the class, I will go to the board and then explain what the teacher taught in the class in a brief. So every teacher, one teacher goes, the next teacher comes in between. The gap time is my class. So if I have to explain the way the teacher explains, I have to focus, right, in the class. I have to take some notes. So I keep saying everybody should take notes. Keep writing. Even when I am talking, you will not remember all this what happened. So take notes. And then later you make notes. So 2 habits for students to focus. Take notes, you need to focus. Make notes, you again recapturing, paraphrasing, your communication skill improves. And teach somebody else. If you can teach somebody else, that means you understood. Good enough?
Maximum.
You can ask. I can.
Many things I understood.
See, what I do is generally a record. It is not started now, not to produce YouTube. Earlier when I used to meet my guru, talk to him also, I record. Then what do I do? While traveling, I will listen to this many times. So automatically when I chant slokas, mantras and all, the frequency in which he chants automatically comes to me. because I got addicted by the style in which he is chanting.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you take it up as if you want to improve English, you want to speak in some specific style. Listen to such lectures many times. Repetition. Abhyasena tu kaunteya. That's it. Very good answer by Krishna. Abhyasena tu kaunteya. Practice as many times as you can. Practice makes people perfect, right? That's it.
Exactly.
Yeah. And actually we need less focus. We need less focus, less concentration. I keep saying one person who has got maximum focus and concentration will be thieves. They have to steal somebody. You know what focus they need? They need to focus on their action, but they also should have divergent thinking. What is happening around the world also they should know. Somebody is able to come and catch them, finish. So I keep saying the best meditation masters are thieves. They know how to hold their breath also. Yeah, Farhana, you have my number. You are in contact with me. I don't know.
No, I didn't get your number.
944. How did you join here? Who told you? Who gave you this contact?
I don't know.
Okay.
Some books I give some channel. I subscribe some channel. I think so. I don't know.
Yeah, you just type in DrTPS and search on YouTube. You will see my number there. My number is 944.
1 second, sir.
Yeah, that means you are not having pen and paper with you.
No.
Yeah, you are not a good student then. You should change. You are not a good student is not a good thing, but you have to become a good student now onwards.
I like it, but my hobby not like it. I like it. I don't do that.
Always keep a pen and paper with you, start writing. That's it.
Okay, sir. 1 second.
Malappuram is a place probably I have taken classes where MBBS coaching centers. I have taken class from 12 o'clock midnight to 3 o'clock early morning also.
Oh, sir.
Late night, IES school. You have got an IES English medium school. I have come to your MES engineering college for a tech fest in mechanical engineering. Many. Valanjeri I came. So many small schools I must have gone. Many colleges. Lot of programs.
No.
Yeah.
Please tell me your name and the number.
DrTPS. DR for doctor. T teachers. P parents. S students.
Okay.
DrTPS 944 7
944.
944 74
Okay.
37
37
948.
948. Okay.
Yeah. Very recently also I drove through your place.
Oh,
I was driving from Thrissur to Calicut.
you firstly in this time.
Yeah, I drove from Thrissur to Calicut.
Thoughts. I like your way of teaching.
Yeah.
I like your ideas. I like it.
Good.
I also such type of ideas, but I don't practicing it. That's the reason behind my failure.
No, don't say failure. I keep saying many people scold their kids saying useless fellow.
Yes.
I keep saying not useless. You Farhana, you write I am. Farhana, you write I am. Everybody can write. Monali also can write. I am useless. Useless.
I am useless.
I am useless. Because somebody told you that you are useless. You are useless. So you should write I am useless. But from now onwards it is a past tense. So how do you make use into past tense?
I don't know.
Hey.
But I was useless.
No, use becomes
Used.
used. So now you add ed there. So what does it become now?
I am useless.
You are useless. So you are not useless. You are useless.
Yes.
You can decide I am going to use me better. You can become better and better. So you are not useless, but you are useless.
Okay, sir. I don't think like that. It's amazing.
Everybody has got brain, but we are not using it. We have to use it much better.
Okay, so I like to learn knowledge. So I like, I'm passionate to learn any subject. I like it.
Inshallah.
Okay, sir. I'm the believer of God. I'm very inspired. I believe. I believe in God, one God.
Okay, good. Prerna
Yes, sir.
Fadnis is here. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, but
How are you, sir?
enjoying. You are in dark.
Yeah, sir. Because in my room there is less light, sir.
But there is a window. You should sit there and then put the camera there so that in your face light will come.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Like this, sir.
Yes, done.
Thank you.
Very simple.
Now,
Very simple. It's only orientation makes lot of difference in this world. I keep teaching how to draw pictures, and a small orientation, your curvature can make lot of difference. Did I?
yes, recently I shown your video trigonometry.
Asha knows this, right? See, draw two circles. Draw two circles.
Okay.
I want to make a happy face and a sad face. So happy, what you do is, two eyes you draw, like this.
Yes, sir.
Basic emojis.
And in the other picture, you draw it in the reverse. And wherever you have drawn up arrow, you make your mouth just reverse. And the other place you make it reverse. So you get two faces. One sad face, one happy face, right?
Basic emoji.
So
Basic emoji.
very simple. It's only the direction and the curve. Where are you focusing? Where is your center of thought?
It looks like the inverse graph floating of the same graph.
Prerna, you should shift it. Your tilt your camera so that it becomes better.
Yes.
Do you also draw, doctor?
I draw. Why not? Anybody who observes can draw well. You need a lot of patience, but I don't have that patience to sit and draw like that. That's it.
That's true. You need a lot of patience to sit and draw.
Yeah.
To sharpen.
But I have better things to do.
Shade.
Better things to do. Productive things to do. So I keep focusing there.
But I guess drawing is also productive.
Yeah, but it's only a feeling showing. It doesn't help anybody else to make them to grow. It has to be purposeful.
Yeah.
Yeah, for if that is your profession, it's good. And if it is your passion, it is good. You have to prioritize what you wanted to do in life, right?
Right. But as a hobby, if you spend some 1 hour or
I also learned. I learned drawing in classroom. I learned drawing online. I keep looking at it, how people do this, how shades have to be done. All that I have done. I keep spending some time to learn the relationship between the geometrical relationships, the scaling, projections, panoramic view, everything. Keep learning that. Good enough?
Doctor,
Yeah.
I have one question.
Yeah, Sunny.
Good teacher, sir.
Yeah, Sunny, did you message me, Sunny?
Yes, sir. Actually, I have some questions. So after you are done, please give me an opportunity to speak up.
No, you can speak now, but I wanted to identify you so that you can send me a message and come on to video.
message in the sense I'm in a commercial area.
Yeah,
I'm
you can
looking
send
after
me.
my business.
You can send me a WhatsApp message. I'm saying.
Okay, fine. WhatsApp message.
Yeah, so that I know who is this. Where are you from, Sunny?
Sorry, I am from Silchar, Assam, and we met with you on IPA, Kolkata.
Okay, okay. Yeah, now I understood. Now I got you. Yeah.
I text you my question.
You can ask me now in case if you want to ask. No issue. Silchar, Assam, Northeast and all, there is a problem for internet probably.
Not.
Yeah.
This is an extreme corner. We are sharing a state border with Manipur.
Yeah, I know.
Sir, we not sir, as you said earlier, doctor.
Yeah.
So, like what we have noticed, one of the students from class KG, he's writing every alphabet and every sentence in a reverse way.
Okay.
I don't know from where did he adapt this style. We never taught anything in a reverse way. Our B is D for him.
Okay.
And he's writing in a very slow pace, but he's writing everything in a reverse way. So what we are doing, we are taking the help of mirror to make it correction. It is very disturbing when you get such paper.
Is it in English or your local language or in both?
No, it's in English language.
But in your language it doesn't happen.
That
We teach.
French, no. French के जैसा opposite वैसे ही लोग लिखते हैं.
No, is it happening in your regional language or only in English?
No, regional language we didn't touch so far.
No, you should find out, because definitely he would have studied regional language, local language, mother tongue also. It's happening in both languages. It's happening. It can be a biological problem. Otherwise, it could be a problem which something else would have happened. So what you should do is check this first, and the next one, don't force him to look at different options like mirror and all that. That will not solve the problem. It's only a temporary problem. So what can be done is give him newspaper, give him something else, story books, and ask him to copy it. While copying, definitely they will not make this mistake. Don't give dictations. Copying, that's good enough.
Dictation cannot take place in nursery or KG level. He's
Yeah.
copying, but he's doing the same thing.
Doesn't matter. Up to a grade 3, anything doesn't matter. Let him just play. It doesn't affect.
Okay,
No
okay.
problem. Yeah.
Fine, sir. Fine, sir. Sir, the last one I have, the books you said for parents or for the teachers. Please name the book so that I can write it down and I can search or I can Google it later on.
I was talking about the blog, or maybe you can ask me very specific, send me a WhatsApp, I'll send you the links in the blog. It's there on internet. Most of mine are on internet. Yeah.
Yeah, as for your reference, I'm watching The Man with Infinity. It's awesome, but I didn't finish the struggle of from India, small village to abroad.
Okay. I think all the Northeast people should only watch Mary Kom. No better movie than Mary Kom to motivate people, right? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, Doctor.
So Monali, send your trigonometry to everybody. Put comments there.
Yeah. It's very helpful, sir.
Today Monali came with we had a discussion on trigonometry. There are many more trigonometry classes which you have to search DrTPS trigonometry. You can see sometime the chart also I posted as part of the video. So you can pick it up from
Yes,
there.
Doctor. I saw it today.
Yeah. Okay.
Bye, Doctor.
Thank you, sir. I get so many ideas from you. Thank you for all.
Farhana fix a time and date, and then we can finish at least a few chapters. If you tell one day early, probably others who are interested in physics also can join.
I know I'm very busy, sir. I'm third year student. I have take 48 experiment as well as so many chapters can cover. So I will tell you that.
Yeah, we can finish at least no 20 minutes, half an hour, one chapter. Then you read, you will understand everything.
Or I will tell you, sir. I will tell
Yeah, fine, good.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. God bless
Okay,
you.
doctor. Thank
Bye.
you.